Then when you go to your doctor, they just tell you, oh, you're anxious, this is anxiety. Just go get some magnesium, all of your tests are clear, everything is fine. But you're still experiencing this problem. And of course, how can you not have anxiety when you have all of your muscles on your body twitching, you have some cardiac issues ongoing, and everyone tells you are crazy. So this is something that really upsets me, and I find it disgusting, to be honest. The thing is, I'm getting absolutely alarming number of people reaching me out with the same issue. I honestly didn't expect the magnitude of this problem. I believe it's going to be something really big sooner or later. I've been reached by people from all of the continents, many countries, again, US, Canada, locally Australia, Europe, Britain, everywhere. And it seems like people do have these weird things popping up they have these things popping up and they don't know what to do. And the thing is, I'm making these videos for all of the people that did get a shot, but for some reason developed these conditions that they just can't explain. And I understand the frustration of these people, right? You wanted to help yourself, you wanted to help your family, and then you do it, and then suddenly you're getting some very weird issues, you're getting weird side effects, and then when you go to your doctor, they just tell you, oh, you're anxious, this is anxiety. Just go get some magnesium, all of your tests are clear, everything is fine. But you're still experiencing this problem. And of course, how can you not have anxiety when you have all of your muscles on your body twitching, you have some cardiac issues ongoing, and everyone tells you are crazy. So this is something that really upsets me, and I find it disgusting, to be honest. That's why I have no doubts that in future it's going to be a recognized problem, and everyone who denies this problem, I think they would suffer a lot, because again, now they're saying that there is no issue and everything is fine, just keep going, but in about 1 year or 2 years it's going to be a recognized problem, and people hopefully would be treated. But yeah, all of the situation makes me really frustrated. That's why I feel like it's just my responsibility as the victim of that, because I'm the one who suffering from all of these issues, and I really want to I feel like it's my responsibility to put the light on all of that. So in this video, I'm just going to go through some of my blood tests, something that I have done before getting the shot, and something that I got almost straight after I started to get all of the issues. So that all of you can compare with your own results. Maybe you can find some similarities, maybe you can find something different. So everything I'm going to post are 100% legit. These are my results, and it's my choice to make them public. So yeah, hopefully it will help someone. And here is, I promise, the walkthrough of some of my recent blood tests. So we are going to walk through 4 of them. So the first one was made, surprisingly, just a few days before I got the shot. The second one is the first one straight after the shot, when I started to feel bad. The next one is when I was visiting neurologist for all of the autoimmune bodies, etc. And this is the most recent one, just as a follow-up. So we are going to start from, again, just the normal hematology. And the way it works is that there is a range, minimum and then maximum, and any result within this range means that everything is fine. If the result is getting outside of the range, there would be a small star sign saying that, hey, it's not normal, if it's either lower or higher. But if it's within, there is nothing. And as you can see, the hematology params, all of them, they are fine. So again, 24th of August, everything is fine. Absolutely no disbalances. Now we are going to the glucose, and glucose is also fine. So Again, it's 3.4 to 5.4 units, and mine is 5.3. Yeah, we'll just say upper limit, but still nothing serious. The next one is the lipid studies, and for the lipid studies, again, everything is fine. So all of this has been done on fasting, so all of the values within the range, even though some of them might be to the upper stage, but they're all fine. The next one is again urine microculture. Yeah, this one was again just as a general checkup. Everything is also fine here. There are no stars. Everything is within the range. If we walk through to the next one, this one is the serum chemistry, and all around here everything is fine. The only thing is the anion gap is a bit higher than the norm, so I'll just say the maximum 7.5. I have 8.8. You can Google more about this, but this is actually urea. So yeah, the urea is 8.8, where the maximum is 7.5. You can Google about that. After I got the shot, I started to get really bad. My first reaction was cardiac issues. So again, I started to have a very high heart rate. I literally couldn't go to the grocery store. Just the first couple of days was really, really bad after the shot. My heart rate was 120, sometimes in the bed. It was really bad. So I decided to go and have a test straight away. So as you can see, this one is just less than a week after a shot. This is 4th of September. So 29th I got a shot, and just something like 5 on the 5th date I just couldn't handle it. So I went to a doctor. So the first one is creatine kinase serum, and as we can see, the same thing. Everything is within the normal range. The next one is troponin. Yes, so again, most of these tests they were done just to check the heart. Or just say heart related things. So troponin is also one of those, and as you can see, it's less than 2, which means that there are no signs for any issues with that. So that was one of the main things, and it was completely normal. I didn't have crazy heartache or something like that. I had a very, very high heart rate and palpitations, but I had palpitations also in the past, so yeah, it's a bit mixed story. Now we also have C-reactive protein serum, and everything is also fine within the range itself. Coming to the hematology, and hematology, okay, so a few things here. This is basically the range. It's very good test to share because this is the range of my values from different years. So let's say starting from the end of 2020 and finishing to 4th of September. So we can basically track if something went wrong. But at this stage, everything is fine. So again, just 4 or 5 days after the shot, nothing special, and all of the values there within the range. Okay, so going down, okay, this is biochemistry serum, and I would like to stop a bit here. So what's happening here is that, again, as you can see, I have a history of my blood tests, and a few particular places to stop is ALT and ALK. So just even looking at the ALT, you can see that, again, ALT is related to the liver functionality. And if I'm not mistaken, it's something related to inflammation, fatty livers, something happening in the body. If the person drinks alcohol, gets some heavy food, basically these numbers will be a bit off. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I may have some different food consumption, again, maybe something fat, but etc. And as you can see, yes, I do have a history of that. So as you can see, for instance, back in November 2020, I had a bit higher than the normal, so 42. It's like, I just say that it's a bit higher, but it's nothing to worry much about that. Then back in December, 1 month after, I had everything fine, so it's a bit dropped. Then in January, February, March, I got 2021, I have it at 60, so yeah, definite increase. And then in September, just a bit after shot, it's normal. So I just say it goes high, low, high, low. And that's it. So as you can see, all of the critical tests, they are fine. The next one is the first test that I have done when I was already sick of the neurological side effects and already got some nerve conduction tests, and my neurologist, he asked me to have a blood test. And this is the blood test which includes autoimmune bodies, which includes some of the tests you have seen before. So this test is requested on 29th of November 2021. And as you can see, the first one is the thyroid function test. So if we go a bit down, yep, the reference is fine. So again, for the thyroid, everything seems to be all right, no issues there. Because I'm just reminding that I went to neurologist with my even now persistent muscle twitches in the body, and that's the reason for that. And as you can see, this test also includes autonuclear antibodies, ENA antibodies, antineuronal AB, etc. So everything which would include autoimmune disorders. So that was the main target for this test. Then you can see that this is just, again, the normal biochemistry test. Again, we have a sodium, potassium, creatine. So urea here seems to be fine, 7.6, close to the upper limit, but nothing much. Glucose is also fine. I don't even remember. I don't think I was fasting for this one. Okay, another routine chemistry. So glucose, etc., electrolytes, everything is also fine. Cardiac and muscle markers, everything is also fine. Yep. All right, so going to the next one. Okay, so ENA, very important also. No antibodies to SSA, SSB, SSA, RNP, etc. So nothing has been found or identified. So it was the main bet that if I have these muscle twitches, it could be something caused by known autoimmune diseases, and all of these are negative. Yeah, all of these are negative. So no antibodies found, ENA screen negative. Yeah, so at this point, I was happy and not happy in the same time, because what else can it be? So the next one is ANA screen, and ANA screen is also negative. So no other comments for this one. Again, the name of the test is autoimmune testing. Everything is fine. So ANA is negative. That's why basically these type of common autoimmune diseases, they are completely excluded. And again, we are going to the full-fledged report. So T10, SOX1, recovering ANA1, ANA2, everything else, amphiphysin, everything is negative, everything. Which means that whatever happens in the body when all of these muscles are twitching, at least it's not known at this stage to be related to these tests. So yeah, this was antineuronal AB, and everything is negative. So yes, as the result, we can come to conclusion that the tests are completely clear, absolutely clear. So there are no signs of autoimmune diseases. There is no signs. There is no trace of anything. Now, this is my most recent test that I performed. Again, there's some couple of other things on top, not relevant, but just to check if I have any different, let's just say, discoveries. So this test has been done just very recently. So 25th of January 2022, I wasn't fasting for this test. That's why there could be a reason that some of the parameters are a bit elevated. So, all right, a few things here. I got some tests for metals, just because I was a bit concerned about the water that I was drinking. Just because I was drinking a tap water and I wanted to check it. So again, I was checking it for mercury, cadmium, etc. So it's not related to the test, but everything is normal. So everything is fine. If you see in this particular test, if you see any differences from the range, they would be colored as red. But as you can see, everything is within the norm. We are scrolling down. The next one is, again, we have just the blood trace elements for the blood lead. Everything is fine. Everything is within the range. Now we have serum high sensitivity C-reactive protein. Everything here is basically also within the range. But the only thing is, in iron studies, there is this transferrin saturation just a bit higher than the upper range. I don't think it's the deal breaker, so we can just say, yeah, like we can say that it should be fine, just higher upper range. And we also have hematology. So all of the tests here are also normal. You can see all of the test requests on top. You can pause, stop the video just to look at by yourself. Everything is fine. And all right, we are coming to something that I did by myself for my personal research, which is D-dimer. I started to see that more and more people were discovering some microclots, microthrombs, etc. And the way to check it, I read, was to check the D-dimer. And this is my D-dimer result, and everything is fine. I'm really happy that at least at this stage, nothing else is found here. Scrolling down all the way, now we have serum plasma for glucose. Everything is fine here too. We have lipid studies, also seems to be fine. Nothing crazy here. And there is something a bit different what we have right now that I want to talk about. So this is serum chemistry. And if you remember, I asked you to remember about the AOT. And as you can see, my liver functionality, some of the tests related to liver, they are much higher than norm. Especially AOT. I've never had such a high AOT, so I was already told something like, yeah, it's a fatty liver, but again, where from? So as you can see, the upper norm is 40, and in my case, it's 99. AST should be below 35, but it's 55, and also GGT should be below 40, but it's 63. So, well, this is something I really want to have a chat with my specialists, because I found that many people that are going through either some neurological side effects or etc., they all have this fatty liver and elevated liver kind of markers, and I'm very curious if it's the pattern. So I'm making this public for you just to check if you have something the same, whether you have this problem, to compare with your tests. And I really hope that it's going to help someone, because I'm trying to keep this picture consistent and clean. I'm going to make another test just to literally, I don't think, not every month, but to make this picture clean and see if there's some deterioration. So these all tests for you, again, you can pause the video, you can check it for yourself, but just if you want to compare, please go ahead and let me know if you have something like that. Okay, hope it was helpful for somebody. Yep, stay tuned for the next one.